Hello and welcome to the United Forum. This is your latest Manchester United news, transfer news, updates, and your opportunity to voice your opinion out for the very first time in Sri Lanka. We are live tonight once again at 10 p.m. for the match reaction and player ratings. Manchester United 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Was the scoreline yesterday? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer changing things around, gets it right once again under a lot of pressure. His job under scrutiny. Yes, there are reports saying that he has been given the chance until the Manchester City game, but definitely the pressure was on yesterday, and once again he manages to come out of that pressure. Changes the formation, changes tactics, a bit of organization seen yesterday. 3 goals scored, a clean sheet, and what a way to start things off in that bad run of form against Tottenham Hotspur. I think whenever a manager is under pressure, the perfect game to come out of pressure this season is that Tottenham Hotspur game, because that's how bad informed Tottenham Hotspur are. And yes, before I go on with the show, if you are hearing a bit of a weird noise, please do excuse me for today, because it's pouring down here. It's raining quite heavily here where I am, and you might hear the drops of water hitting that roof a bit. If you do excuse me for today. I really can't do anything with the weather, can I? So do excuse me for today. But yes, let's carry on with the show. Manchester United 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. And like I told you, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer getting it right once again. Surprisingly, yes, there were early rumors saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will switch to a back 3, or you can also call it a back 5. And to be honest, I did not believe it, because even the last game against Liverpool, there were the rumors saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will switch to a back 5, and that did not happen. Whereas against Tottenham Hotspur, yes, the rumors were there, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has changed it to a back 5. When I did see the lineups, I was a little worried, because what I did think was, if Manchester United are going to continue with a back 5, we might as well get Antonio Conte, because Conte plays with a back 5. He is a master of it, has produced results, and also won titles. The teams he has gone and managed and played with that back 5 instead of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer continuing it, whereas we know that trophies are not something promised by him. As soon as the lineup, let me just get you through the lineup yesterday. So it was David Dahel, Victor Lindelof, Rafael Varane, and Harry Maguire starting at the back 3. Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka were wing backs. Scott McTominay and Fred as the defensive midfielders, you could say, also the midfielders maybe. And we got Bruno as a number 10 once again, and as the front two we did have Cavani and Ronaldo. And apart from that starting level, we also had Lingard, Matic, and Marcus Rashford making an appearance as substitutes. If I do go on, my thoughts on yesterday's game. To be honest, to see Solskjaer change from a 4-2-3-1 to how can you call it, 3-5-3 or a 3-4, in fact a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-1-2, you could say. You also could say it was a 5-3-2, however you can call it. It was a back 5. In fact, it was a back 5 when we were out of possession. It was mostly a back 5, and sometimes even a back 7. And when we were attacking, it was a back 3 with the wing backs. And we also, in fact, the midfielder Scott McTominay and Fred also had the freedom of moving forward. To give me a small second here. Got a notification from my laptop. It wants to restart here. Alright, now mates. So to carry on, so I was surprised to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer change tactics. It was quite a statement there by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, showing that he does have the guts to change the formation. I did not expect Marcus Rashford to be dropped, because I do know that Marcus Rashford is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's favorite. I thought that system yesterday, that formation yesterday, was perfect for Paul Pogba, but Paul Pogba was suspended with that red card. He is suspended for 3 games. And apart from that, I thought it was tailor-made for Van de Beek, because he is a midfielder who can move forward, has got the ability to do the ski passes, and also have a decent shot at goal than the likes of Scott McTominay and Fred. But yesterday, He's stuck with Scott McTominay and Fred. He's happy with that as well. The players trust the manager, that is Scott McTominay, and Fred trusts Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer trusts Scott McTominay. Am I happy about this formation? Listen, I think the way forward now for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United is going to be this system, because we've got our first clean sheet. Rafael Varane is back. We've got our first clean sheet this season as well. I think the way forward for Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this season will be this formation, because we have leaked a lot of goals with the 4-2-3-1 formation. And considering the fact that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is on the fence, I think he will stick to this formation, since he has got the results produced as well against Tottenham Hotspur. We also have a clean sheet, so I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer himself will stick to this formation. Do I like it? Listen, like I told you, if Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to stick to this formation throughout the season, I want Antonio Conte there, because he is a proven champion. He is a proven winner with this formation. In fact, he looks way more attractive with this formation rather than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It looks defensive, and at the same time it also looks attacking. Because yesterday I thought the football was completely boring. Really, to be honest, for me, in my opinion, yesterday's football, the football that Manchester United played yesterday was boring for me. It was more of a park. You can't say it is a sort of a park the bus, isn't it? Because when we lose possession, it's more of a back seven, the five defenders, and also Scott McTominay and Fred joining that defense, making it a back seven. It was more of a park the bus type of football. You know, you park the bus and counter attack. It was more of counter attack yesterday, and you rely on those individual moments to score the goals. Yes, arguable if it was in individual moments yesterday. The goal scored, I suppose not. But if we are going to play with this formation, like I keep telling you, like I keep repeating here, I want Antonio Conte. Am I happy with this Manchester United team? Am I happy to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? To be honest, throughout the past week, I personally am frustrated. And yesterday, I was happy that Manchester United won, but at the same time, it frustrates me. It frustrates me to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on that touchline. It frustrates me to see Scott McTominay and Fred play. Mind you, Scott McTominay and Fred did play quite decent yesterday. I think throughout this season, the best game Scott McTominay and Fred did have, I think, was yesterday's game. And something we did see was Fred's Brazilian passport being back, because he did have a good shot on goal, which Hugo Lloris saved. And like I told you, it frustrates me to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on that touchline as the Manchester United manager. I think a better manager like Antonio Conte would do much better with this squad, with this formation, and definitely Scott McTominay and Fred won't play. And about the post-match, right after the match, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asked who is the man of the match for him, and he says Scott McTominay by a mile. He says Scott McTominay was the man of the match by a mile. It speaks volumes, doesn't it? It shows who Scott McTominay is for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Scott McTominay is the Roy Keane for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's that Fellaini for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The Fellaini that was for Jose Mourinho, the Roy Keane that was for Sir Alex Ferguson. That is who Scott McTominay is for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And we as Manchester United fans around the world know that Scott McTominay and Fred are not up to the mark, that they are not at the standards of Manchester United player. But yet you see Scott McTominay and Fred Keane being picked up frequently in the starting 11 throughout Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tenure at the club. And I think yesterday was clearly evident why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer keeps sticking to Scott McTominay and Fred. He says Scott McTominay was the man of the match by miles. For me, I think it was Aaron Wan-Bissaka. In my opinion, Aaron Wan-Bissaka was the man of the match for me. Apart from Cristiano Ronaldo, who did have a goal and an assist, I thought Aaron Wan-Bissaka was the best player on the pitch, and he is having a very good season so far. To be honest, what is the future for Manchester United? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is on the fence. 5-0 defeat against your biggest rivals, Liverpool. A bad run of results as well. He comes against Tottenham, a team to beat. Like, Yesterday's Tottenham, like Roy Keane said on TV, was lads, it's Tottenham. It was that Tottenham. You just can't lose to this Tottenham side. They're so pathetic. Harry Kane was even on the pitch. Son Heung-min was okay. You can't even say he was okay. Lucas Moura was the best player on the pitch for Tottenham Hotspur, who was substituted, and Steven Bergwijn comes, and the fans' reaction. Tottenham fans' reaction was ridiculous. Let's not talk about Tottenham here. But where was I? Yes, what is the future for Manchester United? All of a sudden, a bad run of form, you lose 5-0. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes out, changes the formation into a back five. We talk about bringing Antonio Conte. He talk about changing Antonio Conte, changing Manchester United's culture, changing into a back five without any wingers. The Manchester United DNA going off. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer kept talking about taking Manchester United's culture along with him, to keep it living, to keep the DNA going, to bring in the youth. But to be honest, throughout Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's time at Manchester United, what has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer done? Greenwood, yes, a youngster who has come from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's time at Manchester United. But do you really see any improvement in Greenwood? In my opinion, Mason Greenwood is still in the place where he started at Manchester United, where he was, in fact, not first, but yes, he at a certain time, throughout until today, I've really not seen any improvement from last season, you could say, in Greenwood, or even the season before that. From where Greenwood started, becoming that star boy for Manchester United. Since then, I really haven't seen any improvement in Greenwood. It has been the same Greenwood that at that time used to call the star boy. It is the same Greenwood now, who still, manages to score a goal out of nothing, who is a generational talent. Okay, he is the only youngster, you could say, who has come out through Ole Gunnar Solskjaer into that starting loan. Where is Hannibal Medri, Ahmed Diallo, Facundo Pellistri? Buy him. You want him as a right winger, he's gone on loan. Shola Shortire, Anthony Elanga, these players are the youngsters Manchester United, the future of Manchester United, and they barely make it into the bench. We talk about Conte, Antonio Conte coming into Manchester United and taking the Manchester United DNA, Manchester United culture away. What has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer done to keep the culture going? What has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer done to keep that DNA going? In my opinion, I really haven't seen anything, because he talks about, from a 4-2-3-1 changing into a 4-3-3 this season, bringing in the youth. I really don't see any youth coming through. You talk about the DNA. Where's the DNA? Just to save his job, he's left all that he promised at Manchester United aside. He brings him in back five, parks the bus, plays defensive football and just counter attacks. And like Roy Keane said, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a counter-attacking manager, and he did this to save his job. In fact, you can't expect Manchester United to see more of attacking football. You might just consider Manchester United a counter-attacking football team under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The pundits, what I don't understand with the pundits, yesterday Gary Neville too came is out and said that what must Jadon Sancho be thinking right now? There is no proper organization in the squad. The defensive organization is poor, and there is no chance for Jadon Sancho in that squad as well. The likes of Gary Neville, Roy Keane, they have seen this in the team, that there is no organization, that the defense is poor, new players coming in, not getting that chance, and yet they opt to back their mate instead of thinking of the good of Manchester United. To be honest, as much as I enjoyed yesterday's win, like I told you, I was really frustrated to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on that touchline. I was frustrated to see the way we played. I really don't want to go into a back five if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the manager. If Manchester United are going to continue with the back five, it has to be Antonio Conte for me. He is a proven winner with that formation, and his style of play with a back five looks far more attractive than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's play with that back five. I'll get to the player ratings now. That is pretty much it on what I had to share on yesterday's match. To be honest, I'm still frustrated. I'm still Ole out. I still want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out of this club. I think he's done a good job to rebuild this team, to turn things around from where he took over. The squad he's built so far now it's time to win things. It's time to bring trophies. The thing is, the incompetent owners we have, they're not competent. They don't want to win trophies. What they want is a top 4. They want the players to be happy, and they want their finance to be stable. They want profits. They want their shirts sold. They want tickets to be sold. They want the finance to be stable. They want top 4. That is all they want. They don't want Manchester United to win trophies, and neither do they care about Manchester United winning trophies. As long as top 4 is secured, as long as the finance is stable, the board will be happy, and that is why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is being backed. I am Ole out. I am Glazers out. I want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out of this club. Appreciate it. He's a legend, and in fact, from the bottom of my heart, I am thankful to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for what he has done at Manchester United. But I just don't think he deserves to be in that touchline. At the moment, I just don't think he deserves to manage Manchester United at the moment. We've got one of the best squads in European football, and yet we are in a top 4 race. We call this a title challenging season, and now suddenly all the fans are satisfied with the top 4 race. How can you call this a title challenging season? Watch your manager in a bad run of form lose 5-0 to Liverpool, your biggest rivals in your home ground, and suddenly be satisfied with a top 4 race. I'll tell you what, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was lucky that this was Tottenham Hotspur he got after the bad run of forms. It's Tottenham Hotspur, you just can't lose against them. Had this been a Manchester City or Chelsea, he would have been sacked by now, and I'm not even sure about that. That is how incompetent our owners are. I'll get to the match ratings, but overall about yesterday's match, important 3 points back. The positives coming out of it is that Manchester United looked much more organized. Our defense looked stable. I thought Varane was superb yesterday. He looked solid. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was good, and I thought Maguire too had a decent game after all that criticism. And Luke Shaw too had a decent game after all that criticism. I think we look much organized, like I told. We looked like the players looked like they knew what they had to do on that pitch yesterday. Everything went according to plan. I'm not sure if this formation is the future, because we've got 9 players. We've literally got 9 forwards fighting for 2 spots. In fact, 1 spot, since Ronaldo's spot every match is confirmed. He'll want to play every game, 90 minutes of every game. And apart from that, there's just one spot left, and that is the spot Edinson Cavani played. And fighting for that spot will be Edinson Cavani himself, Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford, Amad Diallo, Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood. You might even see Jesse Lingard, and I might have missed someone around there as well. Listen, if we are going forward with this formation, why did we have to buy Jadon Sancho for 74 million? What is Jadon Sancho's future? What is Mason Greenwood's future? What is Anthony Martial's future? In fact, as soon as the lineups came out yesterday, even before the lineups came out yesterday, a few hours before the match, Anthony Martial and Alex Telles hinted out on social media that they are unhappy with things at the moment. In fact, it was Melanie Martial. I'm not quite sure what Anthony Martial's girlfriend's name is. Anyway, if it was his girlfriend or wife, I'm not quite sure. Let's just say it was his wife, I think, had posted out on Instagram saying tagging Anthony Martial and saying him to keep working hard as well. A fan, in fact, had asked if Anthony Martial is ill. She also said that he is not ill. He was suffering from something a few weeks back, but he is totally fit, and he was on bicycle. I'm not quite sure what you call that machine. In fact, and the caption was "work hard," and a few unhappy comments about Anthony Martial not being able to be selected onto that squad as well. Alex Telles too had come out and hinted out on his frustration, and he was talking about hard work. So I'm not quite sure what is the future of Manchester United, because yes, we talk about taking one match at a time. We see this, most probably this is the formation that will be continuing in future as well, because this is the formation that has proven successful this season for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's got that very important clean sheet, 3 points back. He seemed to be happy. He was nearly In fact, it was McTominay and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who almost looked like they were celebrating Valentine's Day yesterday as well. Most importantly, Manchester United bagged 3 points, and I think we've still got a chance for the top four. And if results do go away, yes, we will be challenging for that top four spot instead of a top six. Let me get to the player ratings straight away. Do send in your opinions, your questions, anything you've got Manchester United related on that live chat as well, because like I always tell you, it is what you send on the live chat that keeps the show running as well. And to start off, as always, our goalkeeper David De Gea. Before I start off, let me just take this off because this just might cover the players as well. There we go. David De Gea. I thought yesterday, apart from 1 or 2 saves he had to do, in fact, considering the whole game, David De Gea did not have much to do, did he? I think it was a silent game. His work rate was far lower compared to the previous games. He had a decent game for me, and that is why I've given him a 6. I know it's an average game, but I think having an average game is quite good for a goalkeeper, to be honest. Shows that he hasn't done anything quite much out there as well, and that is why I've given him a 6. Nothing exceptional, nothing too bad. A quiet game for him, a good game in fact, and most importantly, he has backed himself a clean sheet. Moving on, we've got Victor Lindelof, who I too thought was decent yesterday. Nothing exceptional, but defensively our defense looked quite solid yesterday, and once again, importantly, we've got that clean sheet, and that is why I've given him a 6 as well. Do send in your thoughts, your ratings, your predictions, your opinions, anything you've got Manchester United related on that live chat. And if you are new to the channel, do give us a subscribe. Head on to our description, follow us on our Instagram page, and stay tuned for all the latest Manchester United news as well. Moving on from Lindelof, we go on to our next defender out of the 3 that played at the back, Rafael Varane. And man, what a defender, what a signing he is turning out to be for Manchester United. Rock solid right after injury. He was superb yesterday for me, and after Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think he was the second best player on that pitch for me, and that is why I've given Rafael Varane a 7. In fact, a 6. Yes, I would like to give him a 7 because he's just after injury. He deserves it, doesn't he? Right after injury to put up that performance he did. Yes, let's give him a 7. Just a little sympathetic there. Right after injury, so let's give him that 7. In fact, it's not sympathy, isn't it? Let's just give him a bit of favoritism. And next up, we've got our captain, Harry Maguire. I thought yesterday, to be honest, after such a run of bad games, yesterday's performance was quite good. I think the addition of Rafael Varane to that defense line has given him the confidence. He knows that all the pressure is not on him now. He can share the responsibility with Rafael Varane. I think that played a key part in his confidence yesterday, and he put in a few good tackles as well. And once again, importantly, our defense has got that clean sheet, and that is why I've given him a 6 as well. Moving on from Harry Maguire, if you've got your opinions, your ratings, do send them on the live chat. Once again, I'm a fan just like you are. I too am a Manchester United fan just like you are. I'm sharing my opinion. I'm giving the rating that I think the players deserve. Do send in your opinions, your ratings, anything you've got Manchester United related on that live chat. And like I told you, it is you that keeps the show running. To start off next, we've got our wing backs. To start off with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for me, in my opinion, the man of the match as well. So let's give a round of applause to him as well. I thought he was superb yesterday, looked quite good. Is wing back that role for him? I think he can do a decent job there. And mind you, I think he's the youngest player that was on the pitch yesterday as well. People often forget that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is quite young, and the criticism that comes to him, I think when you criticize Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you should be considering his age. He's quite young. He's only got room for improvement as well, and that is why I tell you that a little bit of criticism should be considered, considering the fact that he is still 23 years of age and has got plenty of time in his career, a huge career coming up, and a plenty of time for improvement. One of my favorite players in Manchester United at the moment as well, and that is why I given him a 7. I thought he was the best player on the pitch yesterday. I know Ronaldo was quite good as well. Ronaldo is Ronaldo, but I thought AWB was quite superb yesterday. I've given him the man of the match. I know most of you guys will go for Ronaldo with that goal and assist, but I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka deserves it for that performance yesterday after all the criticism he too has been getting. Next up, we've got Fred. I thought he had a decent game yesterday as well. I thought Fred and McTominay looked quite comfortable given the fact that they had the freedom. Fred especially having the freedom to move forward, take a few shots as well. I did see him take a good shot, which was surprising as well, and even Hugo Lloris was quite surprised. Fred and McTominay, I thought that was one of the best games they had so far in this season. In my opinion, their best is still not quite sufficient for a Manchester United player. The best of Fred is limited. The best of Fred, in fact, Scott McTominay too, is limited. And for me, as squad players, these two will be superb squad players. As starters, I think they're just not up to that Manchester United standard, and that is why I've given him a 6 as well. So I really think he did his best yesterday, and his best is just not enough for Manchester United in my opinion. Moving on from Fred, we've got Scott McTominay on screen as well. Fred's Valentine partner. He too, I thought, like I keep telling you, had one of his best games. For Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he is the man of the match as well, which quite speaks a lot. I'm not really quite sure if he is the man of the match, because there are better players who deserve it. Maybe Ronaldo, maybe Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Did Scott McTominay deserve the man of the match award? Really not really in my opinion, and that is why I've given him a 6 as well. Moving on from Scott McTominay, before I do move on, do send in your opinions, your ratings, questions, anything Manchester United related on that live chat as well, because it is you that keeps the show running, like I keep telling you as well. Moving on from Scott McTominay, McSauce, we've got Luke Shaw. On screen, there we go. Luke Shaw, who has been quite bad in form these few days. He's getting like Roy Keane. He's starting to become the old Luke Shaw people used to criticize. Not quite sure what is going on with Luke Shaw, but yesterday I thought after that bad run of games, he looked quite good to me. He looked quite good. He played quite well. Early yellow card, he shouldn't have done what he did there, really, in my opinion. It was too early to give that yellow card away, but yes, he did manage to play the game with that yellow card as well, and he did quite well. And I've given Luke Shaw a 6 as well. A lot of average games, and why I've given an average score is because if you look at it, Manchester United yesterday, personally, in my opinion, looked very defensive, more of a counter-attacking type of football yesterday, just not up to standards. Talk about Manchester United DNA, where was that yesterday? Talk about Manchester United culture, where was that yesterday? And if we are going to continue with this formation, it has to be Antonio Conte on that touchline for me. Yes, I have my reservations on Conte, but considering the available options right now, I would go for Conte. It's just that Manchester United have to turn to a new page for me. I just want to see something new. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does not deserve to be at the job right now. I am Ole out, and that performance is not convincing. Mate, if you think that performance is a performance, I should change my opinion on Ole. it was only Tottenham Hotspur. It was not Real Madrid, because fans are acting as if we had won against Real Madrid, Chelsea or Manchester City yesterday, and suddenly you see fans going Ollie in, Ollie is the man. That's how low the standards have gone down to. That's what the Glazers have set the mentality as around the fans as well, and not quite sure if that is the right thing to do. And for me, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to leave, in my opinion. Bruno Fernandes is the player we've got next as well. A superb assist. I thought he played quite well yesterday. He had a few good key passes, contributing towards the goal a lot as well. Had a small bit of good play with Ronaldo and Cavani in that second goal as well. Was a crucial part of the team yesterday, and once again showed he is a leader on that pitch, and that is why I've given Bruno Fernandes a 7, along with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And from Bruno Fernandes, we do move on to Cristiano Ronaldo, over to strikers. Ronaldo, a goal and an assist, and that finish from Ronaldo, let me tell you what. That finish from Ronaldo, that and easy, because when he made contact with the ball, he was literally on air. Both his feet were off the ground, and not even one of his foot or feet was on the ground. None was touching the ground, and both his feet was on the ground. He had to go to the other corner. He had to place the ball onto the other corner as well, and I'm losing my voice. Because it's raining, I have to be a little loud today, because I'm not quite sure if I am screaming. If I am screaming, do send me a small yes on that live chat, because it's pouring down here, and I think I'm a little too loud. If I am, do slow down your volume, or do let me know on that live chat as well. A goal and an assist for Ronaldo. You just can't keep him away at the moment. You talk about a goal, you talk about a finished player, you talk about a player contending for Ballon d'Or in Lionel Messi. Well, what I know is, I know my GOAT, and what I've got to say is, one is a GOAT, the greatest of all time, the one who's at Manchester United, while the other is a ghost, because he's still finding his feet to score that first League One goal. Uber Eats League One goal, which is quite a shame. If I am screaming, do bear with me for today. My sincere apologies on that. And with Ronaldo, since he got that goal and assist, I've given Cristiano Ronaldo an 8. And moving on to Edinson Cavani, our next striker, El Matador Edinson Cavani. I've got, there you go, what a pic on the screen. Do give me a second as well. And there we go. I think I'm not screaming. I just got confirmation as well. I'm not screaming. So yes, I've got Edinson Cavani on screen. There we go. Mi hombre el matador Edinson Cavani. It's pouring down here, and it's really making a lot of noise. I hope this is not disturbing you. If it is, my sincere apologies. So let me get through this show quite quickly, so that it really doesn't disturb. It's pouring. If you can hear, it's really pouring down here. I've given Edinson Cavani a 7. Once again, superb yesterday, contributed to the goal. A lot of pressing done as well. I'm getting a few messages saying that yes, I am loud enough as well. If I am screaming, do bear with me for today. I've given Edinson Cavani a 7. We move on to our substitutes, starting with Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford, my man, Dr. Marcus Rashford, MPE. If you are watching this, mate, I know that United Forum is one of the biggest channels in the world as well, and if you are watching this, a very happy birthday to you, mate. I'll be in Manchester soon, and do spare me a little birthday cake and some of those treats as well. It's Halloween, so yes, trick or treats. Do spare me that turkey as well. You know, leave some. In fact, you cannot In fact, you can finish them all. But when I do visit you at Manchester, do take me for a good dining, yeah, and maybe a little meet up with the other players as well. I'll see you there in Manchester. Not quite sure when, a bit busy because I have a few other players to meet as well. But definitely a happy birthday to you, mate, Dr. Marcus Rashford, MBE. I'll be in Manchester soon enough. And yes, I need that birthday treat from you, mates. Yeah, I've got a good gift for you as well. Quite an expensive gift. I know you are waiting for that as well. Yes, I'll give it to you soon. It'll be soon. Yes, you don't have to pay for the ticket. Yes, I've got the cash for the ticket. Just maybe drop me back home. Yeah. Once again, to start off with, Marcus Rashford contributed with a goal, a good performance, a decent performance as well, a good goal, an all-important goal. He scored three goals in 4 starts, is it? Or 3 in 4 appearances. Anyway, I've given you a 6 since in fact, yes, I think you deserve a 7 since it is your birthday today. Wait. Surprise. Since it is a birthday, since it's Marcus Rashford's birthday, no, 10 is a little too much, isn't it? Yeah, I've given you a 7, mate. A birthday gift +1. There we go. 7. Happy birthday to you. Yes, I'll be bringing your gift very soon to Manchester as well. Yes, no, you don't have to pay for the ticket. I'll call you back later, man. I'm on the show right now. Start off with just a Lingard next up. The other substitute, I've given him a 6. Did not do really anything much as well. Neither did he do any big mistake contributing to an opponent goal. That is why I've given him a 6. And finally, the last substitute, we've got Nemanja Matic with an assist. Matic's assist yesterday showed what you can get of a proper center defensive midfielder. Not just yesterday, but throughout this season. Matic has come out at crucial times and contributed massively to the team, and it shows you what can be offered from a proper center defensive midfielder. And I really wish this guy was about 64 years younger than he is now, and that is why I've given him a 6 as well. Apart from that, that is pretty much it from the player ratings. And yesterday on the predictions, looks like the fans don't want a shout out. I really did not get any predictions, but I predicted a 3-1. The defense proved me wrong, a clean sheet, but yes, I got the score for Manchester United right in terms of scoring goals, 3 goals. Missed out on the clean sheet. 3-1 was the score. The player ratings are done. And overall, a small overall about Manchester United. Am I happy with the current form? Not quite sure about considering form. I'm not quite sure whether this will continue, because with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer we've seen that inconsistency is consistent. Yes, I'm happy with the 3 points Manchester United got yesterday. It was very important 3 points, like the captain says, important 3 points back. I think if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job was on the line for 50%, if his job was on a doubt of 50%, I think that changed to a 60% yesterday, definitely. I think he changed to a back 5, which was ultimately was the right thing to do, because he did get it right. Am I happy about that? Let me tell you what, I'm not happy to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on that touchline and as the manager of Manchester United. If we are going to continue with the back 5, definitely want Antonio Conte, because he's a proven winner with that formation as well. That is pretty much it from today's show, folks. Like I told you, that is pretty much it for today's show. Got distracted with a few messages there. That is pretty much it for today's oh my god. That is pretty much it for today's show, folks. Match reaction and player ratings is what you're tuned in for. And if you are new to this channel, do give us a subscribe. Share this video to your friends out there, your colleagues. Get them to subscribe as well. We are at 135 subscribers. Let's get to 150. The road to 1,000. And give this video a like as well. And also, yes, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram page at the United.forum. And if you are finding that it's a little difficult, it's a very short username, a simple one, but if you are still finding it a little difficult to type this username on that search bar, do go head out to our description. The link to our Instagram page is out there. Do stay tuned in, give us a follow, and stay tuned in for your latest Manchester United updates throughout the week. That is pretty much it. That's the end of the show. See you next Friday at 10 p.m. for the pre-match press conference, and Manchester United will be taking on Atalanta for the Champions League game. Do watch out that as well. I did have a few ideas. Yes, I've been requested to do a Champions League show as well. I did have a few ideas to start off a Champions League show as well, but why I did not was because I'll be starting college in about 8 days time, in about a week's time. The curfew, everything is taken off, the fact that everything's getting back to normal. I'm not quite sure if it is actually getting back to normal, but yeah, as things stand, it is normal at the moment. So yes, all the colleges will be reopening as well. So yes, because I'll be having a very tight schedule with college, that is why I had my reservations on the Champions League show. We'll see how things go. If things do go well, if the schedule is quite alright and adjustable for me, I'll do have a Champions League show starting from the round of 16. That is, if things go well, and in fact, if the schedule is quite tight, I really don't want to give you guys a false promise and false hope. So that is why I have my reservations on that. But if I am planning on starting a Champions League show, I'll definitely let you know. Do stay tuned in with our channel. Tune in at 10 p.m. next Friday for the pre-match press conference and match reaction. Definitely the show will continue on every Friday and Sunday at 10 p.m. So do stay tuned into that as well. And until I see you again on next Friday, have a good night and a blessed week. This is the United Forum.